What's up, YouTube? S.G.T Stacking here, back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the reasons why I stack silver and gold. Let's begin. Before I begin, I do have to say I am not a financial advisor. I do not give legal financial advice of any sort. These are just my opinions based on the research that I've done. So with that being said, let's get into the top three. So number one, hedge against inflation. What a hedge against inflation basically means is an investment that you make when you're considering the purchasing power of a currency, like the US dollar, for example. When it's losing its value, it's dropping its purchasing power, it's usually due to inflation. And that's actually the times that we're in right now. We can all see it when you're pumping gas at the gas station, or you're buying food at the grocery store. We see what the dollar is able to buy now compared to it was, 10, 20 years ago. Whereas if you've been paying attention to the spot prices, we have seen them steadily climbing up, and staying still, maybe dropping a little bit, but they've been holding its value and rising some. So I think it's a great investment to make. I think anything outside the US dollar right now is a great investment, whether you're into cryptos or stocks, whatever the case is. I think it's important for us to diversify, not just have all your eggs in one basket with silver and gold, but, make some investments outside of that. I do that with crypto. I have stocks as well, but I think these commodities right here are going to be holding their value for a very, very long time. They have for a very long time. So number two is actually very important. And like Biggie said, number two should have been number one for me. And that is building generational wealth. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to build before I pass, but the idea is to stack a lot so my children will be all right. Whether they need it for school, whether they need the money to, buy a house, they can convert this to fiat, what have you. They can use it for whatever they need. And that's very important for me to know that they're going to be okay. Something that you need to consider is if you're leaving a stash in the bank for them, that's great, but you got to consider inheritance tax, estate tax. How much of that are they actually going to get? Whereas if you have it in silver and gold, well, you kind of know that they're going to get the whole thing. So, take it for what it's worth, but that's my number two. Third and final reason, well, I can't really say final because there are many more reasons why, but for the sake of the video, the third reason is to be my own bank. I think there's a lot of reasons why you would want to be your own bank. Number one, you just never know when you're going to need it, and it's right there at a touch of a finger. You can convert this stuff to fiat, you can barter with it, you can do many, many things with it. There's plenty of people that will accept this as currency, and if they don't, you can always go to your local coin shop and flip it, whatever the case, but it's right there at the touch of a finger. I considered this to be very important, especially when, that the whole thing happened with Canada, where they froze, a bunch of accounts because they weren't obeying the law, and I don't want that to happen to me. And if it does, so be it. I got my stack that'll push me through for as long as I need it. Hopefully that's the idea. Now, there is another video that I saw that maybe, it'll help you change your mind as well. And I'll leave a link down in the description. But it's about a U.S. Marine, a veteran. He was traveling from Texas to California. He was carrying a lot of money. He got pulled over by the police for some BS reason. They interrogated him right there and then. And eventually, they took the stash that he had, which was, I believe, like $100K in cash. Now, that is a lot of money, but that is not a crime. So, if you watch that video, maybe you'll come to your own conclusion. But that's another reason why it helped me understand, better why I'm doing this. So just think, if they can take your money physically that easy, imagine how easy it's going to be to take your money digitally. I'm just saying, little food for thought as we end this video. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate your support. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button, that ring that bell, the whole nine. And I'll see you guys on the next one.